I'm making journals again, and I wasn't going to film anything because I already have 2 videos making journals. But I thought because this time the size is different, after I cut the papers, I said, okay, let's just turn on the camera. You already know the process, but I feel like I'm more at ease when you see how I make them, because that way you can see how they look like and how imperfect they are and how much love I put into them. Well, I don't know if you can feel the love, but you have to trust me, I guess. Every journal has 28 pages, and I try to put the same amount of all kinds of like different papers so everybody can enjoy all the papers. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. I'm sorry. These are the papers I got. This is my favorite one. And this is the new one I got that I absolutely love, and I think it can be just my next favorite. I decided I want this paper to be the cover of all the journals, so it's not like too much. It doesn't have tons of flowers or anything, and that way you can decorate the cover. Like I feel like they're more simple. Here I'm organizing the papers. I organize them the way I organize my own journals. I just don't put 2 papers that look the same together, and I try to flip all of them to see if I like them or not.
Carrying all of this by myself.
Fuck it, we're going to Michael's. Pillage corporate America. I can't stop replaying it in my mind. What it felt like to be that. How are you so cute in the morning? We're trying to look.
It shouldn't be a problem. I have excellent credit.
And say someone was a little behind on credit card bills, will that negatively impact the credit score?
Sorry.
In my journals, I love using these little, I call them doors, and I had to include them in the new journals because I thought maybe they like the doors too. They remind me of my old junk journals, and I just love the way they look.
Okay. What was it like with the peaches? This time, it was all me.
¿Dónde se conocieron? Conchi y Rosa hace la friolera de 17 años.
Ya ves,
Y 6 meses. Y 6 meses.
ya ves. Pues fíjate tú que en el chat de las cosas y, no sé, hablando de las cosas, todo el mundo se entiende y se arregla todo, ¿no?
I think it's just the weather. I unfortunately operate with whatever's happening outside. Like I'm like Goldilocks. Sometimes it's too hot, sometimes it's too dry.
I always like to include a few freebies. They are just not a lot. I feel like I don't have tons of stationery I can share, like a huge quantity, I mean. But I always like to include a few things. And this time, because I went to Japan, I include things from there. It's just my way to share my trip to Japan with the people that are going to purchase these journals. Last time I created this journaling kit, and I thought it was a good idea, but this time I made them a little bit more my style.
a tu manera y es la manera que a la gente pues le llega a bien, ¿sabes?
No me acuerdo cómo te llamas en ese TikTok.
Ernelda.
Ernelda, ¿qué haces? Y tú, profesor, estoy cogiendo apuntes.
5 minutes before, but 30 minutes, you start looking after 10 minutes. You know the most ridiculous thing? I'm looking and I'm seeing the cleanest paint that Kenny's ever had in his career, and he's just sat here, acting like we're not going to see it.
Even though I included washi tapes and PET tape samples, I wanted to create some stamp collages because I love making them. And it's just, I feel like the only way I can share my stamps with people around the world.
When I went and got these, I had to maybe do like an eating challenge, where I had to do like eat sheep's balls.
No way.
There's no way. So what about the footage that we watched of you eating burgers and chips?
What footage?
The footage of when they said to you, what do you want to do? And you said, burger and chips over chicken skillets for the money.
What? I managed to grab one thing. One thing. They tried to help me with it. He put it in my hands. I slipped it.
Before you decide, we present.
It's been nice knowing him, and I hope he enjoys his night.
How comfy you feeling?
Oh, I'm the king, I'm the king. How dare I to get it? So I say, thank you so much for the night. Go on then, group leader.
Exactly.
Oh.
He's lying. He's the correct spelling. How do you spell
It's a very big period.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Beginnings, but the space they've left behind, it's vast. And if I'm honest, a little frightening. So I've decided.
You don't have any money. I don't know.
And also just to be able to spend time together and enjoy the summer. They've actually never been here. Quality time with my sister who is already married. And I know this is silly, but wear nicer clothes.
Getting your own vacuum cleaner. For context, I've lived in so many different apartments in Berlin, and most of them were furnished, and all the appliances were already there. That's
I don't know. I don't know where you just said it. You just whipped it out. Reminds me of our road trip. Definitely not as acidic as the medium roast or the espresso blend that I tried earlier. These are the ones that I just tried, so there is more caffeine in it. I actually really like the taste.
I made my thank you cards again with flowers from my terrace. I made them a little bit more simple this time, but I didn't film it because my lens broke. Like again, something from my camera broke. I couldn't believe it. I have to make 3,000 journals to be able to buy all the things that are broken, but thanks to my boyfriend and a pretty good deal, I got a 50 millimeters, which is something I've never used before, but it does the job.
How much are we talking? I mean, I didn't win the Powerball, but, you know, I want to give Kara some security.
I didn't film the back of the thank you cards, but I also stamped the back.
Thank God you're here. All the testosterone.
That still thinks you're hot. Careful, bro. Those old.
Reíros exageradamente, pero la gente de... Te lo voy a explicar. Anda, chica, ¿qué le importa? Prolapso cuántico de no sé qué. Y dije, pues chica, en 2 frases y empezamos a...
Y de que tal, ¿no? Es como revisitar un poco ese tipo de cosas. Y volviendo a lo de la pregunta, lo de la relación con el fanatista, que me paren, aunque me gusta, ¿no? Pero me da vergüenza.
I only had less than 1 month to make all of them. And this is the part I enjoy the most, but also the part that makes my hands hurt like crazy. I always say this.
Amigos, tú estás mucho tiempo en tu habitación.
Y ves mogollón. Esto luego de bromas, y pero lo que me jode es que venga una persona el otro día. Tele, foto. Es malo. Pues chica. No.
Entonces se desinhibe.
No, claro, porque es el orgullo y es como.
La odiamos, luego cae, luego la volvemos a levantar.
Eso es una diva problemática, una diva del.
¿Sabes? Como haciéndolo como
Every time I finish sewing a journal, I flip through it so just to see if I like it or not. If I don't like it, I just keep it. And if I like it, like I will send it to Cafe Analog.
Y además, un bebé ya no me podría hacer petit suisse ni aunque quisiese.
Ya.
Bueno, sí, pero helando, en plan que está buscando tweets del 2011. Es gente que lo hace por puro egoísmo para decir, yo los encontré, yo he salvado el mundo.
Favorita era En busca del Valle Encantado, la de
It was a long morning, so I was just listening to some podcasts.
ellos estaban de viaje y tuvieron que volver en un vuelo todo que flipas. Entonces, cuando él tenía 4 años, su madre llegó a la casa en plan Jumanji. Estas escenas de entrar a una casa gigante, dar sábanas con polvo, la Kristen y todo eso. Entonces, él empezó a copiar el acento, americano porque es muy diferente del inglés, pero eran los hijos de los amigos de sus padres, ¿sabes? En plan de sus padres, tenían amigos que tenían hijos, que era una paya que se llamaba Bea, que no volví a ver en mi vida, y nada, me lo pasé en tu cerebro catastróficas. Al final ninguna pasa, la mayoría no pasa, o te lo pasas mejor de lo que pensabas. Eso también es bueno, de ser esa como un niño, pues eso, miedoso, tímido, que era muy introvertido, que era muy llorón.
The next day, I got home and I started stamping my initials with my old alphabet stamps. I always put them in the back of the journal so people know that's the back, but you can always hide it with a sticker or something. Since I started making these journals, I've always feel like I wanted to have my own personal stamp, but I feel like this is what represents me the most. It's just simple. It's my precious stamp. I think it's just perfect. Then you already know, but I wrapped them like it was a Christmas or a birthday present for my family. I just love imagining you ripping the paper and seeing what's inside, and I don't know, I just think it's special. This is what it looks like. You all know that my journals are pretty imperfect, but I truly love the way they look like. Since I discovered these expensive papers, I've been making my own, and now I just cannot imagine my journaling without them. I was going to say my life, and I feel like I mean it. I mean that, but I just don't want to be dramatic.
You're just gonna jump in this regardless then? Because it could be more for me as well.
I'm so relaxed right now. Like I did not come into this.
This time I changed the way I decorate the wrapping paper. Even though it took me more time, I wanted to make more collages. So I decided to stamp the back first and then adding the yarn and stamping the front.
Pues ella estaba allí con Abraham y como hablaba, ay, no sé qué. Pues Ilenia era la que alimentó vivo mujeres y hombres, se peleaba con todas, acuñó la expresión macarroncia, que viene de macarra, porque ella es increíble. Otra cosa súper fantasía de Oriana es que se dijo, pero acá me voy a ser homófoba si mi mejor amigo es Alejiva. La otra empieza, la gente mayor no sé qué, en plan discursito wow de Oriana. último diciendo, venga, el comentario wow, y ¿sabes lo que te digo? Porque eso es como súper populista y es, tu madre vino aquí asustando a todo el mundo, se quedaba aquí durmiendo, era un circo, una fantasía. No sé si este día o fue otro, pero creo que echan a Oriana porque le hace al público. Ah, le dice al público que se vaya al siguiente, la tengo aquí en una listita bien chula, vale. Ya entramos en el mundo reality check, o volverías con tu ex, en plan de que con un chico nuevo.
I will be traveling with them to Amsterdam, and I will be there the day Cafe Analog launched them, which is today. So I really hope I can make like little personalized thank you notes.
Estabilizar, entonces tenía como la cara un poco congelada. Bueno, no me voy a rayar con eso, porque Gala es lo más. Pero que eso, Gala también fue. Fantasía, voy a repetir eso, lo voy a explicar porque yo lo explico todo, que fantasía. Se acerca Gala.
X90E7. This motherboard is huge. It says Nihongo. These two generate as much as
As my thank you cards say, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I still cannot believe people buy things I make with my own hands. I wish I had my own little stationery store with tons of flowers and plants, and a stamping station, a fridge with delicious drinks so you can all come over and spend entire afternoons there.